Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. So it happened, and what happened, I think the situation escalated following its own natural course of events, which is escalation towards conflict in Kosovo. That's gonna be the end game, and that's gonna happen. I'm foreseeing it to happen within a few months, and I'm very liberal in that term limit. I think it's going to be maybe less than a few months. I would say a few weeks, but hey, it depends how fast these guys want to solve things in Kosovo. So what happened over there? Well, there are some so-called NATO peacekeeping troops that are making sure that diversity is implemented, and diversity is something natural for us, which is somehow the Serbs and the Albanians do not want to diversify themselves, but moreover they want to be separate somehow, Serbs with the Serbs, Albanians with Albanians. But somehow in this country, and the story goes that diversity is our strength. So more diversity, more cohesion somehow. I know if you tell a child that, will have some questions, let alone an adult. But adults sometimes can make some mental gymnastics in coming to a conclusion that opposes reality and logic. So let's see what happened in Kosovo, or in Serbia? How should I call it? Kosovo, right? All right. This article comes from Reuters, December 25th, 2022. Shots fired near NATO patrol in Kosovo's volatile north, NATO says. So a patrol was doing what? Patrolling, and they were fired near, like they were shooting themselves over there, to one another, or what exactly happened? Wait, I will tell you, because this article from Reuters guarantee you is going to tell us, right? Shots were fired near a NATO patrol in the northern part of Kosovo, where local Serbs have set up roadblocks to bar police from Pristina from patrolling the area marred by ethnic tensions in recent months, NATO said on Sunday. Ethnic tensions? How could that be? I thought they'd love, ethnic diversity, racial diversity, this diversity, that diversity. You know what they don't like? Diversity of thought. That's the big problem. They like everything else, supposedly, to keep us, fighting to one another, against one another, or with one another. But diversity of thought, no. We have to be regimented. To have a cohesion in thought. That means we all follow the same script. And if you remember, that was what was meant by diversity. Diversity of thought. And these guys thought, if we hire this guy representing that group, because they all think the same way, somehow we will have a diversity of thought, of ideas. Isn't that a definition of generalization, of racism? Yeah, let's hire some, Asians, because they all think the same way. Bringing them in the organization will diversify our thoughts, right? Our ideas. Really? Isn't that like all white people think the same way? All Asian people think the same way. All black people think the same way, right? You're right? No, wrong. But this is their, how should I put it? They don't even realize how dumb they sound. But hey, they speak with dumb people, so yeah, and they don't see through this. No one was injured, thank God. And the car was undamaged when the shots were heard in the area of Zubin Potok, NATO's missions KFOR said in a statement. KFOR did not say where the shots came from. From someone. Some 3,760 NATO troops maintain the fragile peace. They don't understand diversity yet. Local Serbs, a population of around 50,000, in Kosovo's north, set up barricades after police on December 10 arrested a former Serb police officer on charges of assaulting serving police officers during a previous protest. All right, the local Serbs, who do not recognize the state of Kosovo and are backed by Belgrade, are demanding the release of the arrested officer. and others demand before they will remove the barricades. So there are more arrests than only one guy. Kosovo's government has asked KFOR, which maintains a neutral role, to remove the barricades. I think it's the other way around. I think KFOR told the guys in Pristina, back off, because if you go over there, you're just going to inflame the whole shit. So don't show your faces over there, you know what I mean? Stay away. Don't show all kind of hand signs, if you know what I mean. We're gonna go over there because we're neutral, and they might not hate us as much as they hate you. I think that's a very bad assumption. I think NATO and the Kosovo Albanians are hated in the same level, because they see ones being the patrons of the other ones, and the ones killing their ancestors and their country for the other guys. So it would have been Albanians or NATO forces or whatever, peacekeeping, like keeping, you know, zero. Anyway, let's play like we don't understand that. Ethnic Serb mayors in northern municipalities, along with local judges and some 600 police officers, resigned last month in protest over a Kosovo government decision to replace Serbian-issued car license plates with ones issued by Pristina. This is what's gonna happen. That's my vision. Not that I want it to happen, but it goes in that direction. Someone will shoot someone else. And it's going to be someone from this group and someone else from this group. And that's going to be, everything is going to be like boom. You'll see that. It's going to be either an accident or something like this. Don't come over here. Okay? That's what's going to be. Or this guy's going to try to do something because the Serbs are armed. Anyway, we all know that. And this is going to be the escalation. And then from there, remember, the Serbian government, Mr. President Aleksandar Vučić, the president of Serbia, he said, if those Serbs in Kosovo are, you know, hurt in any way, we will intervene with our military and off. And Russia, come over. Well, we can't land because we don't have any, they can't fly over there. Look at Serbia, that's the problem. Serbia is surrounded by friendly countries that close their airspace for Lavrov to come and visit. Remember when Lavrov, the foreign minister of Russia, wanted to visit Serbia? All the weasel countries, including that big weasel, Romania, closed its airspace for flying. So how are the Serbs gonna get the Russian army? Helping? I don't know. Through the Danube? They have to ask probably for some permission somewhere. I don't know. Because these guys are going to impose a sanction on Serbia in the next second, and the Russian army could not use the Danube to come over. Red Rover, if you know what I mean. So let me tell you this story that I came across maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Maybe you're familiar with a tennis player, the Serbian Djokovic, you know. So he was a man of his word, and he didn't want to do this, and he didn't want to get this, and he didn't play in Australia, and other weasels won. So anyway, you know, it's just politics and so on. So he had an interview. I can't remember when the interview was conducted, but I know that they were asking. It was a weasel reporter who asked Djokovic. I don't know which one it is. This guy said Djokovic, but I don't know if that's how he's in Serbian. But you know who I'm talking about. He was asked if he provides, you know, money to other people, and he does any volunteer work or whatever. You know, he gives to charity basically. And he said something like this. Just so you know, he said yes or something like that, because he said, I know how it was when I was a child. And my country did not have anything after my country was bombarded by NATO. So, and he said, I was traumatized by those times. So I guarantee you, or not guarantee you, that's my interpretation of that. He has a big love for NATO. Very much. Why? Because he was directly affected by their illegal bombardment of his country and his people. So he was so far avoided to hit or say anything bad about these guys, as far as I know. I didn't follow him on any statement that he might have made or he made, but I said, okay, Djokovic. He gave me that vibe, to use a not feminism, um, feminine, let's say, feminine way, gave me that bad vibe or good vibe, however you want to look at it, that he's really making a point that he's a Serb and you guys, you did this, and he had that in his soul. You're not gonna be able to take that out of Djokovic's soul and heart ever. And I like the guy. He's an intelligent guy. And just to let you know that it's gonna be hard to make those 50,000 Serbs in North Kosovo and the Serbs in Serbia say, okay, yeah, well, Albanians, please take Kosovo because we like you. And yes, NATO, you can patrol our land to keep the peace and keep the status quo as it is because we love you. I don't think so. I think there's gonna be some shooting and some how do you call it? Innocent people would lose their lives, and then we're gonna be everything boom. And what's gonna happen? If these guys allow us to stay alive by then yes, we'll find out. I think it's gonna start in a few months, and I give 2 months just to give my time, time to say, okay, it didn't happen yet. Jesus Christ, what's going on, guys? But I think it's gonna be weeks. Now, weeks, again, I'm a weasel. Weeks could be 50,000 weeks, or could be 3 weeks. Again, I don't know, but I think it's gonna go that way, and it's gonna be something that it seems like escalating in a very, not a linear way, but an exponential way. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.